Hi, I'm Denasia, and this is RVA Swag Central, the TV show. On today's show, we're going to find out what makes RVA the place to be. Catch up on all things happening around town and discover what's under the radar. Our first guest today is Jenny Kirby, the owner of Crossroads Art Center. So Jenny, tell me a little bit about what Crossroads Art Center is all about.
Basically, we opened it about 17 years ago when the Shaka Bottom Art Center was moving to Petersburg, and there were about 100 and some artists that didn't want to move to Petersburg, wanted to stay in Richmond. So that was sort of the kickoff to finding a building that would house all of us and be more retail than working studios, because most artists work at home. We are free to come in and we are open to the public. We have all different types of folks that come in. We have all different types of groups that come in. We have some of adult groups that come in, either from senior citizen homes, or then we also have some mentally challenged groups that come through for inspiration, which is wonderful. So we welcome everybody. And they can see pretty much every type of art form that you could imagine, from photography to painting to sculpture. Who would know that you would have something made out of a moose antlers? Jewelry, and I think I said photography, woodworking, candle making, you name it, we've got it.
So how big is this space? Because it's pretty massive once you walk in.
This was the old colonial grocery store. That then got divided out into 3 different buildings. So we started off with one building, which was about 10,000 square feet. 5-6 years later, added another 10,000, and then 5-6 years later, added another 5. So we have 5,000 that are classroom and working studios. We also have art on display in those. And then we have 20,000 of gallery space. Every other month we do an art opening, and that's when a lot of the artists change out their work. So for instance, the next one is going to be the 3rd Friday in May, which is May 17th, and that's from 6 to 9. So that week prior to the opening, a lot of art will get changed out and moved around and new work brought in by the artists.
And you're an artist yourself. What is your work like?
It was a big feed in, because I was teaching mosaics classes all around town, and then coming here, I focused on teaching here. And then when my business partner James retired about 8 years ago, I don't teach as much as I would like to, and I don't get to make as much as I want to. I do get to make some things at home, but hopefully that will shift back. I just came back from taking a class in Ravenna on micro mosaics. So have quite a few people that are interested in learning more about micro mosaics. So I'm working up a class for that.
If you're an artist and you're interested in having your work here at Crossroads Art Center, what does the process look like?
It's pretty easy. They can actually come in and be juried in. So everything is a juried process. They would bring 5 pieces in of the medium that they work in. So they could bring 5 acrylics, 5 watercolors. It just depends on how many mediums they want to try and show. And then we have a jury that looks at the pieces, not only for their techniques, but also how the presentation is. So framing is important. If you are, don't bring something in that's not framed well.
That's the key, guys.
And that is key. Presentation is huge. It really is. So very easy process. They don't have to make an appointment. They can actually bring the pieces in. It just may take us a week to get all the jurors in to look at it and get the feedback, but that's the way it happens.
Thank you, Jenny. And if anyone's interested in finding out more information on Crossroads, just go ahead and visit their website at crossroadsartcenter.com. We'll be right back after this break.
Hi, I'm Nicole Reed with Nicole Reed Real Estate. I am your local realtor here in the Richmond and Tri-Cities area. The Richmond market is active, and now is a great opportunity for sellers and buyers to invest in real estate. So if you're looking for a realtor that you can trust, that's reliable, honest, and dependable, think about me, Nicole Reed with Nicole Reed Real Estate, where I am here taking care of your needs, helping you live out your dreams.
Finally home from a long day, so kick off your shoes and enjoy a smooth glass of Shoe Crazy wine. Shoe Crazy wine, leaving its shoe print across the globe.
Shoe Crazy wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
Rivers, flowing with the blood of fallen soldiers that fell over because of shell casings that impacted the chest like boulders, knocking heads off of shoulders. The world is a wasteland, and it's a wasteland that freedom. See, freedom is something I can't even taste, man, so I wait. And more innocents lose their lives. I mean, women are losing husbands, men losing their wives, and I wonder why. Why am I still alive, Lord? please answer me. When people die at the hands of their own family members, I remember back when it wasn't all about the violence, but a mean backspin, and I wish, yes, I wish I could bring those times back, my friend. But see, that's just the lost art. Some of us carry on the struggle, some just lost heart, and some were lost from the start. But see, this is my life, my vision, the things that I view, my trials and tribulations, and the things that I've been through. So if the good die young, then why am I not taken? If the good die young, then why am I forsaken? See, my body is broken and blistered, my soul is aching, it's painstaking and backbreaking, but I gotta push beyond the limitations, those limitations put on me by mental midgets trying to grasp knowledge, alien to me, wondering if I get it.
I'm a poet, a writer. I have a burning desire to climb mountains that will reach levels that will inspire the black youth to see themselves in positions of power. Yes, Black Lives Matter. Yes, you're witnessing black girl magic. Yes, I am pro-black. Anything less is average. I want black girls to level up and see their path. And if the future not adding up, make it their past. This is our time. This is our time for the people in the back. This is our time. Queen, stand up. Put your foot on their neck. Don't settle for less. Give it your best. It's time to level up with no regrets.
You can wear red. You'll look like fire, and intimidation will be your nickname. You can be dark like the earth and still own the sky. You can love yourself and be cocky about it. With all your worldly beauty, you can still have a dope soul and be picky about who you let in. You shine, bold, flourishing. You are the sun at high noon. That's why your mother calls you sunshine. You are fire in the sky. Burn. Black child, burn with the passion and love God placed in your heart. Set fire to things that try to hold you down. You are an arsonist of negativity, forged in the fire. You emerge, glowing red, bright. You blind those around you with your brilliance, magnificence, sparkling smile, and radiating soul. You are a star. Shine. Black child, shine bright. Take the light inside of you. Be a prism and emit a rainbow onto situations around you. You are the silver lining in every cloud. Born from struggle, molded by pain. Healing is your middle name. Be proud of your full name. You are brave, healing power. Intimidation for short. You are the embodiment of the best has yet to come. You can be going through it and still claim victory. You can shout before the storm is over. You can cry and still smile in the end because you know it's not the end. You are a winner. So win, black child. Win.
We are peace. We are royalty. We are love. We are unity.
Imagine Virginia as the next hub of innovation. A destination that encourages new ways of thinking, that embraces a strong entrepreneurial community, and strives to create a better place to live, work, and succeed for everyone. At Startup Virginia, we are investing in Virginia's potential, and that starts with our people. We bring ideators, mentors, and investors together to build real connections based on the mutual desire to create real impact. Because we believe in them. We support them through people, programs, and place. We provide structure, clarity, and guidance for the entrepreneurial community, transforming high-growth startups into businesses that dramatically shape the economic landscape of Virginia. Instead of waiting for opportunity to knock, we're creating it because we believe that with passion, vision, and the right resources, anything is possible. Seattle, Austin, Boulder, and now Richmond. We know Virginia has what it takes to compete on the national stage, and we're here to prove it. Let's get started. Finally home from a long day, so kick off your shoes and enjoy a smooth glass of Shoe Crazy wine. Shoe Crazy wine, leaving its shoe print across the globe.
Shoe Crazy Wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
Hi everybody and welcome back. I'm here with Brian Bostic with Startup VA as well as Kieran McQuilkin with Richmond NO. These two guys are on the forefront of the innovation and also the entrepreneurial scene in Richmond. So first let's start with Kieran here. Tell me a little bit about what Richmond NO is all about.
Yeah, Richmond NO is a tech and startup publication. We throw out stories every day on our website. Our bread and butter is a twice weekly newsletter, email newsletter. It's called The Beat. We like to call it a 2-minute conversation in your inbox covering all the news of the day, analysis, featured jobs, events, and anything that's happening in Richmond and Central Virginia.
So Brian, how do you see some of the things Kieran's working on at Richmond NO really impact the innovation scene here?
Richmond NO is a powerful addition to our information scene because this is about awareness. The more stories that we can get out that are about the startup community, about the investment community, about things that are happening in our community to drive opportunity, to create jobs, the better off it's going to be for us to compete in the overall entrepreneurial economy that is driving America today.
And how have you seen that really grow within the community?
In a broad sense, the swagger and the confidence in the Richmond startup community has grown substantially in the last few years. Entrepreneurs are really starting to take chances, getting themselves on the national stage, getting into renowned accelerator programs, winning pitch competitions, finding those big contracts that really get them on the map and showing that Richmond is a great place to start a company.
This is about creating an infrastructure over the last 3 years to really have locations, incubators, accelerators that these startups can gravitate to. Like-minded people all working together, driving opportunity. And we've seen Startup Virginia, Lighthouse Labs, Lighthouse U, The Broad, which is an all-women incubator. These types of locations are driving opportunity. Hatch Kitchen, driving it from a food standpoint. The more of those that we have in our community, the better off we're going to be.
And for those that may not necessarily know what innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship in Richmond really means, what would you say to those people?
So if you're an entrepreneur, if you are in fintech, if you are in sustainable packaging, if you are in the snack bar industry, you can make it here because there are examples, just recent ones even, of those kinds of companies making it big. Really, regardless of industry, there is support in place for companies to thrive given the idea is executed well.
11 years from now, 65% of those jobs that exist then don't exist today. So we've got to create our own new jobs. So we're the second fastest growing millennial town in America, which is really powerful, but they need jobs. So the startup scene is something they really enjoy, they gravitate to, partly because we're the #1 beer town in America, partly because we're the #2 millennial town. These are all powerful drivers for young people to come to Richmond and become part of a rapidly growing opportunistic scene.
What industries do you see growing the fastest?
Yeah, one of the big ones is in education and ed tech. There are a handful of companies that started just a couple years ago in Richmond that have signed contracts not only all over Virginia, but with states all over the country. What it is in the water that makes that happen, or maybe it's just a really great entrepreneur or a couple of them, we don't know. But that is an industry that's doing really well. And another one is the food. Just a couple recent examples. Nutriati is raising a lot of money. They make a product from chickpeas, ground up chickpeas, and sell that to food manufacturers, and it's been an amazing business. Health Warrior makes snack bars based off chia bars. It's a health protein snack, and they just got acquired by PepsiCo. So that's another, and with Hatch Kitchen as well, it makes it all the better for those kind of companies to succeed. But even without that, because it was just founded, food and beverage companies are really finding a way to make it here.
It's without a doubt that the innovation entrepreneurial scene here in Richmond is growing and going to continue to grow. But definitely stay up to date with Brian Bostic and Startup VA, as well as Kieran McQuilkin at Richmond NO. But we'll be right back after this break.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, we know that changing how you see things can turn them into everyday miracles, like riding my bike, Breaking boards. Ha! Hugging my mom. Every day for over 90 years, Shriners Hospitals for Children has been sending love to the rescue, regardless of a family's ability to pay.
If you know a child we can help, call or go online now.
Everyone has a fight. What's yours? Come visit UFC Gym Richmond, where we empower the fighting spirit in you.
Hi, I'm Denasia, and this is RVA Swag Central, the TV show. Catch us every Friday at 5 a.m. on CW Richmond TV. This is the place to catch all things culture, technology, innovation, and things to do around Richmond. It's going to be a blast.
Peace and light, family. I'm Shayola the Artisan of Holistic Aleye, and today I'll be talking to you about food journeys. First up, we have pescatarians. Pescatarians are people who eat seafood and primarily a plant-based diet. Then we have flexitarians. Flexitarians are people who primarily eat a plant-based diet, but sometimes they eat fish or meat. Then we have vegetarians. Vegetarians don't eat any meat, primarily a plant-based diet filled with seeds, legumes, proteins, and things to that nature. Then we have vegans, people like myself, who do not eat any animal products, primarily seeds, nuts, veggies, fruits, and things to that nature. And then we have raw vegans. Raw vegans are people who eat no animal products. However, the temperature of their foods only rise to a certain degree, which still considers it to be raw. Hope you learned something today.
Hi everybody, I'm here with Twyla Jane with Electric Nomad Dance, and we're going to talk to Twyla a little bit about her dance company and what they all have to offer. So Twyla, you were telling me that your dance company is more than just dance, so tell me a little bit about what you guys are about.
We are pretty much a dance hive that's comprised of a bunch of dancers, artists, visual artists, musicians, activists, parents, community members. We encourage a broad range of expression, and we have a big wide open container for that to happen, especially dance.
And how has dance really impacted your life as well as the lives of other people that you've influenced?
For me, I had grown up as an artist and musician, and I was really at a very stuck place in my life. And one of the ways I got unstuck was to start taking belly dance classes, and I had no idea I would ever do such a thing. I was terrified to move within the body that I had, and thankfully I had a really sweet teacher, and she was a great teacher, taught me a lot. I gained a lot of self-confidence, strength, and the ability down the road all these years later to pull all of my artistic facets together into one place. That's a pretty transformative thing for me. I've also seen my students and other dancers out there in the world be able to do very similar things, become physically, mentally, emotionally stronger, build great friendships and community, understand other cultures a little bit better, and build empathy. And it can be pretty life-changing.
Hola, soy Nuri Mujica en RVA Swag Central. En este programa Entérate con Nuri, un programa dedicado para ti en tu idioma. Aquí vamos a estar tratando de resaltar lo que está pasando en la comunidad latina. Todo aquí por CW Richmond. En días pasados conocí a Carlos Londoño y a la bella Adrián. Ellos son los dueños de Mijas y Margaritas Cantina. Recientemente, un poquito más de un mes, abrieron la bodega. Ella está ubicada en el 104 norte de la calle 18 en Richmond, bien cerca en el corazón de Richmond, donde están trayendo esa cultura y esa influencia de Nueva York a nuestra área. La bodega, muchos aquellos que conocen la bodega desde Queens en Nueva York, saben lo que yo les estoy hablando. Esa influencia, esa comida, el sabor y qué más, ¿verdad? En un ambiente latino, con música latina. Y puedes disfrutar de los platos deliciosos que este restaurante nos trae. Remember, Carlos Londoño, he's the new owner, and Adrián, the owners of the Mijas and Margaritas Cantina. Recently, they just opened a third restaurant called La Bodega, bringing the influence of the New York and Latin into Richmond. La Bodega is located at 104 North 18th Street, Richmond, Virginia, bringing that influence to our culture. Otro restaurante que Carlos Londoño y Adrián también son los dueños es de Mijas. Mijas Cantina es un high-scale Mexican restaurant ubicado en el centro de la Carey Street. Ellos tienen una influencia mexicana en este restaurante, lo cual nos está trayendo una variedad de comida a la ciudad de Richmond, siempre y cuando la influencia latina nunca debe faltar. Ellos tienen un espacio bien especial, lo cual puedes utilizarlo para fiestas de quinceañeras, bodas, recepciones especiales, y ellos tienen ese calor latino. Recuérdense, Mijas está ubicado en el 1218 North East Carey Street y están proveyendo comida mexicana para la comunidad. Recuerden, ellos tienen un buen espacio para bodas, 15 años, eventos especiales y también para la promoción de los chicos que se están graduando este fin de año. Recuerden, Mijas, La Bodega y Mexican Cantina, todo esto bajo un solo propietario, Carlos Londoño y Adrián, trayendo la influencia latina a Richmond. También quiero hacerle un pequeño highlight, y este highlight es para hacerle saber que el día martes 16 de abril Radio Poder está haciendo un evento de Bilingual Job Fair. Todas aquellas personas que son latinas que están buscando trabajo bilingüe, pues por favor pasen a este Job Fair, el cual va a tener mucha oportunidad de conseguir trabajo, el trabajo que estás esperando. Recuerda, aquí estás con Entérate con Nuri.
Hi, I'm Chef Michelle. We're excited with the changes happening at Mama Michelle's Cafe. New menu items featuring Shayola the Artisan's Vegan Eats, as well as Minty's Catering, powered by Mama Michelle's. Come join us.
Hi, I'm Shayola the Artisan with Holistic Alea, and these are our Vegan Eats.
Hi, I'm James Harris, a local therapist right here in the Richmond area. I'm currently doing community-based services as well as private practice. I've started a movement called Men to Heal, focused on getting men interested in their overall health, mental and physical. Please contact me if you need a resource.
Girl, how I love you, I can't help myself. Stay awake, I wish I'm someone else. Girl, how I love you, I can't help myself. Stay awake, I wish I'm someone else. Girl, how I love you, I can't help myself.
Time I'm here, it's like nothing turns to something, and I'm so sick and tired of it. No, I'm not having it, no. So give me a couple wings and I'll do this one thing. I'll fly away, I'll fly away. Straight to a secret place where I can see a smiling face. Cause being here, I'ma lose control. Whoa.
Nagra. My name is Kevin Fox. I'm the CEO, founder, and owner of The Suited Fox. Many years ago when I went to college, it was in reference to fashion illustration and design. Came out and got into the financial world. Came back because I had so many folks calling me to help them with their suit options at other different places. So I decided to kind of go back in and do some things that I was passionate about years ago and get in and help folks pick and choose.
Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to tune in every Friday at 5 a.m. on CW Richmond TV. And we want to send a special thank you to the man behind the scenes, Mike King here.
And thanks to Nation. I'd like to thank Jenny Kirby for having us here at Crossroads Art Center, the best gallery in Richmond, Virginia. So for our team, to you, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
All things cutting edge, cool and trendy, like culture, innovation, social enterprise, the technology on